Welcome, welcome, welcome to Mountains Sunday Showoff, baby. All right, guys, I get excited every time I talk to y'all. Let's see what we got for us all today on a Sunday. I have a big hoss. Well, back we did a flip of the coin to see if we had some bonus material, and we lost. And that bonus material happened to be a real big knife in this whole kind of looking for black synthetic, jigged synthetic. So here's the story, okay? While I'm talking, I'm going to show you guys some stuff. So I went to my barber's, and my barber was like, hey, what's up? What's new? And I told him, about the family. We caught up a little bit about life. And I told him that I was doing a YouTube channel and talk about knives. He pulls out this really big knife, tells me, look at this. Look what I just got. Tells me the story about it is he's got 2 rental houses behind his barbershop. And one of the guys that rents from him sells knives. All sorts of different types of knives, man. Modern, vintage, new traditional, fold-in, autos, all kinds of stuff, Meanwhile, while I'm telling you the story, this was left here at this house that me and my wife bought. So we got this house, I think we're going on 8 years now. And this workshop had to get cleaned out. This got left when it was cleaned out. This is a really cool old vintage piece. And look at the shape it's in. Little coffee pot. Let me see if I can give you guys a little bit more room. Little coffee pot. Percolator in that beautiful olive green that we all love so much. Woo-hoo-hoo. Electric. The cord's here. So all the pieces are here. So eventually, guys, I'm going to be making some coffee in this whole thing. And we can have a good time. I'm almost sure that these are like for your cream and your sugar. Somebody left a spoon in there, but there's actually like the original spoon that comes with this thing. So I've always thought that this was cool, and it just lives right up here on my shelf. I've never showed it to you guys. Well, there you go. There's the story of that blue box that's back there. So anyways, going back to my barber. Barber says, you should go check this guy out. I guarantee you're going to find something that you like. So I said, cool. Finished my haircut, walked around the back, and knocked on the door. Surprised this guy. He really was kind of like not wanting any visitors. Kind of like a hermit kind of guy. Take a drink there. Tell him a buddy barber sent me. He said, cool. Told him about my passion for knives. He said, cool, me too. I listened to him at the door for a good 10 minutes because he wasn't really letting me in. And I wasn't going to be pushy because, I don't know, got to be careful around strangers. Then he says, okay, I got some stuff. If you want to look at it, what are you interested in? So I tell him, I am looking for some vintage to newer black synthetic case knives, to go with this big old family. He says, ain't got nothing like that. The closest I have is a case knife that is black, but it's not synthetic. And I said, okay, I could probably make that work if the price is right. Well, I could not afford what he sold me that day. I had a few dollars on hand because I had just barely, went to get a haircut. I wasn't planning on doing anything major. So I gave him a little deposit, went away for a while, made some money, came back later in a couple weeks, And, he was still there, still selling knives out of his house, and happy to see me. And the story goes with this is, by the way, this is my uncle's. My uncle gave it to his brother, who is my uncle, and it became mine just recently, really. More in-depth story behind that, but this is pretty cool too, because my family are miners. This was what they would take underground, right? All right, guys. So this knife, if you buy it, it's expensive. If you buy it from somewhere, you got to pay the tax. It was over $100, so you probably wouldn't have to pay shipping. Needless to say, man, it's still not an inexpensive knife. But I will show you guys that there it is. That big old beast down there. This big old beast is what I got. He says, nobody wants to buy it because it's an expensive knife. Here in this small part of town, there's some buyers, but they're all liking more modern knives. So I got this for $50 less than what I would have paid otherwise. And that's a deal to me. That's a deal. It's a keeper. And I'm stoked. And I'm stoked to show you guys. Now, there is a black synthetic version of this, which I will be gladly getting in the future. But not right now. So this big bad boy is probably going to make another show this week. I'm going to hang out with our good friend HT and HT's EDC. And we're going to bring this bad boy to a roundup. Hunter's herd. Because, baby, this is a buffalo horn jig, large folding hunter. It's that BH 265 in stainless steel, 2024. With a sheath. These suckers come with a sheath. This is a big knife, guys. This is a big knife. Nice. Check that out. Check that out, man. Woo! Sweet. And I can smell the leather. Can you guys smell the leather? Oh, smell the leather. Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at it. That's a nice knife, guys. That's a nice folding hunter. That is a nice folding hunter. Ooh, maybe I could change the light so that that reflection doesn't hit us so bad. Let's see. Yeah, how about that? Something different, huh? Wow. Up close, you can see how we get into that horn. And they jig really cool. They still put you some nickel silver bolsters with some brass springs. Some brass liners, 2 springs. 1 spring for each blade. Transition sweet. It's a little cold in here, guys, so the humidity is giving some like frost or whatever you want to call that. But that's cool, like that bone. They jig into that bone rather cool, man. I dig it. Now, sometimes I joke around and I say, damn, that's a deep channel, but woo! My brothers and sisters, fellers and fellerettes, sisters and cousins and brothers and nephews. Hoppers and skippers and jumpers. That's a deep channel. Wow. Not often that I get to display a big old fancy beast like this sucker. For the longest time, I kept telling myself, will I use it? But when you put it in the hand, heck, that's a user. I could probably use this and have a good time using it. There we are. 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. 2024. That's a damn sharp knife. That's a damn good looking blade, guys. I feel honored to have that. I feel honored to show you guys. I feel blessed with this day. You guys have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with me as always, Mountain Ajar.